All right, family. We black again. You already know we got that fire for you. It's always fire over here. You feel me? We're gonna be talking about parasite communities economically sucking Black America dry. Nobody want to talk about. Want to go get the little man that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Where these parasites is running up out of our community with hundreds of millions of dollars every year, running up out of our community with hundreds of millions of dollars every year. Some of them getting a billion. You see, getting billions up out of our community. They don't want to talk about it, but we gonna talk about it over here. Before we get started, I want you to get over there to Patreon, General Seti, support the General. I got over 600 exclusive videos, five different tiers. You can start on the bottom tier. It's already a treasure chest of mind-blowing videos when you get over there. So just go over there, family, and check it out, man, and get that information because it's valuable. Believe it. Okay, so let's talk about this, which nobody wants to talk about. You see, because I want to hold our people accountable for their own destiny. Ultimately, you are responsible for your own destiny. You control your own destiny. Nobody else can do that other than unless you let them do it. And shame on you if you do that. Shame on you if you do that. You see, but we're just showing that if we're going to start as a people, if we're going to start as a people to clean up our community, the first place we got to start with is cleaning, out, these foreign communities that totally control the community economics of Black America. That's where it started. The community economics of Black America. Where is that particular matter of fact, here it is right here. And I want to keep reiterating this. You see, when I get ready to test my people, I want to, how you come to the doctor and he put that stethoscope on it and he listen to your heartbeat and check your damn pulse, and you understand what I'm saying? Check your blood pressure and everything to see if your vitals is all right. You see, and the first thing I do is when I tell you that if you want to know how healthy your community is, to me now. If you want to know how healthy your community is, all you have to do, because you got business, when you got the street where you got your businesses, you got a main street. It ain't got to be a big, but it's that artery of your community where you go up there, the store, the gas station is up there. It might be a grocery store, it might be a drugstore, a bank. Normally they had a little, they had a little shopping area where they have a drugstore, they have a bank, you know what I'm saying? They might have a little barber shop, a nail shop, might have a little grocery store, whether it's the Aldi, they might have a dollar store. They'll have all that up there. They even have a little clothing shop where you go get your clothes and everything. And on the rest of you got the little liquor store, the gas station, things of that nature. You're gonna have a few restaurants, if they ain't scared to open up in that particular area. But nonetheless, you're gonna have some restaurants. How many of them is Black owned? You see what I'm saying? Because most people, a lot of motherfuckers ain't even got a car. When they come out their motherfucking house, they just walk up there. They just walk up to the corner and get their shit. You see what I'm saying? So that lets me know right there that, the money that most motherfuckers get, they gonna take it into the right there on the block. That's where most motherfuckers going, right there on the block. They ain't going far. So, the closest businesses in proximity to your house is the first place you start. Okay. Now, with a trillion some dollars, there is no reason for most major cities, and not even most major cities, Even mid-sized cities down to just towns have the power to control this. This is ridiculous. Every other community, and this is what I'm talking about, because it's like some smoke and mirror shit going on right now where we are focusing in. Let me get y'all on the screen. I didn't see that the chat wasn't on the screen. Okay, let me get y'all on the screen. That we are focusing on some dusty flip-flop wearing niggas. We putting up all this garbage. And the reality is the reason why we are failing. The most of most of the damage that is being done to Black America is self-inflicted. That's the facts. That's the fact. We don't have no defensive structure for nothing. Because this is your defensive structure, what I'm telling you. If you understand Black power, we're about Black power. Okay, I don't know what y'all niggas about. I don't know y'all niggas. I don't know what y'all motto is in FBA because we already been about. So you can't steal it and then say, "Oh, you about it," but you about waving red, white, and blue, nigga. We red, black, and green. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And so at the minimum, even if a nigga had an American flag, it's gonna be red, black, and green to show we are specific that we about the Black nation. And I do put that up there. Matter of fact, it's up there to let you know that I'm specific about, and you can't even do that. You see, that lets you know that we understand we about our team, over here first and foremost. So that just lets you know that. But that does also include that we are a global people and we are more than willing to reach our hands across the oceans of the world to brothers and sisters that are accepting of us who want to build on that level. It's not for everybody. So but we do leave the door open for prosperity for Black people on a global level, which is the smartest thing to do. Okay, we don't engage. I don't engage with niggas. I wouldn't give a goddamn if your ass is right next door. If your frequency ain't right with me, I don't fuck with you. That's so you ain't got to go put a whole lot of motherfuckers. I'm not going to even promote motherfuckers like that. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't give you if you get to talking crazy, it is what it is. Now, if it become a point that we have to deal with you because you in proximity to us, I understand that also. You see what I'm saying? Some people need to get to work. I'm not going to negate that because I'm good at giving niggas the work. So I would never negate people need to check a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If they out of line. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, there are many people above that frequency, on a higher frequency, that want to deal with our people on a prosperity, respectful basis. And I'm okay with that too. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, most of our shit is self-inflicted. When you don't control the businesses in your own community, that's nobody's fault but your own, especially when you're making $1 trillion as a people. And we're going to talk about all the bad habits that our people possess that suck in all our goddamn money. You see what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. And so when we talk about the closest businesses in the corner store, man, listen, the corner store is a multi-million-dollar business. Do y'all understand that? Y'all niggas keep thinking a corner store. And I don't advise if you want to sell liquor, you can sell liquor. Okay? Niggas drink. You understand what I'm saying? If a nigga want to drink, he want to smoke. You understand? He want to buy blunts and shit. And we don't advise you, but we can't control no grown man and grown woman neither. If that's what you want to do, you could do that. You see what I'm saying? But we not going to promote that. But we will, we will endorse economics in that endeavor. I will do that. I will endorse economic. That means if you want to drink, we got it for you. Come on down here to your brother and your sister. We got your liquor. We got your motherfucking beer. We got your blunts. We got all that. We got that. We got you something, and we keep it fresh too. We got some snacks for you. You see, we got some, we got everything that you need in the little corner store that we could put in there without making the motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying, into a goddamn a dollar store, liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Nigga been packed so much shit in there, nigga forget what he go in there for. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that is like that's like the central hub. Let's just be real for most black communities. I'm breaking this shit down to you in layman's terms. I don't want to hear all of that bullshit. When niggas in the hood, they go to that central, wherever corner store they go to, which are multi-million-dollar businesses. You see what I'm saying? So if our people could just start there, nigga, trillions of dollars, all you need is a building. You get your goddamn your coolers, you get your liquor license, and nigga, if you got enough money, and you'll just start where you can start and get you whatever liquors you can get, whatever beers you can get. You understand what I'm saying? And you start and build that shit up. And of course, gas station, everybody who need, you got to fill up. You got to get you a gas. You got to get you a grocery store. They got all these up there. We got to put all these out of business. But if you can own all these, if you could tap into that, you understand? If that's got to be a starting point for our people where we can buy into a chain or, you know what I'm saying? That's cool too. But we need to control that. You see, we need to control that grocery store. We need the restaurants. We can cook. We got, it's a lot of cities around the country where it is some black restaurants. Some cities got more than others. I will say that, but that's a nice way. The dollar store, we need to own our own dollar store. The Chinese is killing us because a lot of that shit in them dollar stores is from them China people. You see, beauty supplies, all that, barber shops. We will have the barber shops and this, that, and this is what the nail shops. You don't want to have to leave out of your community. This is Black Business 101. This is where you start. There is no other plan. If a nigga try to tell you, now people have to understand, when you ain't got this, nigga, you have no defense. You have no defensive structure to secure the people. You wide open. That's why everybody can come in and set up on your shit. You wide open. Y'all niggas sitting up here talking about begging this damn Neanderthal to give you some shit he ain't gave you in 400, and you got a blueprint right now. Right now, this is I wouldn't give a fuck if you had it or not. If you ain't got this, by the time you get reparations, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna give it all back to the motherfuckers who set up in your community. That's all you waiting. They waiting. They say, oh, damn, I hope these niggas get it. Ooh, we gonna get rich. We gonna get all that money. You see, because if you ain't business oriented now and you got $1 trillion, why would I believe you gonna get all of a sudden you gonna business? That's some shit that's in a motherfucker. When you hustling and shit, and you got $1 trillion, motherfuckers supposed to been to pop this off by now. You see what I'm saying? This alone is the blueprint, is to control the businesses in proximity to your house. And that go for everybody. You understand? How do we do that? And that'll be the next. But this is the blueprint. Okay. So now the thing is, once you get started with this, because we got the trillion, but we ain't got the wealth ain't flipping. It ain't flipping. You see, it ain't flipping. Once you get some businesses and that trillion is flipping, and then it become 2 trillion, then it become 3 trillion. See, right now, people looking at reparations like, man, that's the big money. That's the big money that's the ship gonna come. If you get this shit popping off right here, and that trillion turn into 2 trillion, 3 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion, this plan right here gonna become the big money, and the reparations gonna become the little money. You see what I'm saying? Because you gonna be flipping, you gonna be making trillions. They ain't about to give you no trillions, nigga. Just stop it. Nigga, stop it. Nigga, go and get you a lottery ticket, nigga. I'm not saying it don't belong to us. I'm not saying don't fight to get it. But nigga, go get you a lottery ticket if that's what you're gonna do. You see what I'm saying? When you got the plan right here, you got the money to invest in some shit right now that you can get flipping, and this one blueprint, you don't even have to think about no big stores yet. Once you get this going, then once these is popping all over the country and shit, and we control the businesses, the closest businesses in proximity to our house, we gonna start thinking about products. We gonna say, oh shit, I'm tired of giving these motherfuckers. They trying to get us into products now. You see, well, that's right now. We supposed to be getting the black coalition of businesses. What products is y'all selling out there? You understand what I'm saying? And we get something like I might be giving up too much game, but I love the people. Like a black Amazon or something, where motherfucking go on there and get, all the products that they can, that's out there that we can, stock at the stores and get all our supplies and shit. If it might already be, but this right here don't exist. It might be somebody on you wanted this one, wanted that. I'm talking about all over. You see what I'm saying? And once you do one thing, you got to focus on one thing. Once you do this, and then you start selling on the product, you start thinking about the product, that's gonna bring the major, the big businesses. But the big businesses don't mean shit. This is the big business. The one in the owning your community is the big business. You see, that's gonna. But once you got this, it's time to get the products. It's time to get the products moving. Boom, boom. It's time to manufacture. It's time to become a manufacturer of products that can, and because these businesses exist, people gonna say, oh, they need this, that, and the third. That gonna cause people to say, you know what? I know I can make something for the stoves and shit. Yeah, okay, and whatever it take to, but this is the beginning blueprint that must be had. It's not even up for debate. So and so because you don't have it, some people come in and they vultures. They'll feed off of you, but you cannot be mad at a motherfucker. You understand? Cause when you leave your door open, and a motherfucker come in there and sit in your living room, you come home, you look at the motherfucker, he's sitting in your, and you get mad because you left the door open. When you start taking over these businesses, you locking the doors, you locking the windows. They can't get in. It's 100% black owned, 100% black supported. And when you teach this to the people and it become culture, just like all the other communities, it become culture. Then the babies already know to support black business, go into business. You already got a business waiting on them. They come right on in. Matter of fact, you do just like all the rest of them, like the Arab. They come in, start one store, then start another one. Give it to your son, your oldest son. And go over there, give it to one to, and just start buying businesses and setting it up. And, okay, this is for your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And let her do it, and that's how you do it. That's how they do it. They keep buying and shit and okay, I'm going to put you over here. That's how you do that. That's how you goddamn do. That's what must be done. This ain't even up for dispute. So while motherfuckers is out here talking this silly shit about begging these goddamn Neanderthal, you can put the best lawyers that we got on that. And when you need us to show up to make some noise and shit like you need, okay, we'll show up. Call us when, and let us know, give us a report, what we, and we'll make some noise. You see, other than that, we're going to be working on this right here. But see, the thing is, if they see you doing this, they ain't going to want to give you a motherfucking thing. Because if you got the mind to do, and you serious and everybody's serious about doing this, they ain't going to want to give you a motherfucking dollar because they know you got the mind now. Your mind is on the right track. You think they're going to give you some motherfucking money and you are on the right track so you can infuse this in? Oh, no. They wouldn't do it. You see, they would rather give you the reparations because they know you ain't on this. And they know you going to run right back and get that shit to them. That's what they know. They know, so fuck it. If they thought y'all was going to get on this plan right here, black power, black economics, 100% black owned, 100% black supported, they'll give you the reparations. They'll give you the reparations. Say, nigga, go ahead. Because that ain't going to be nothing but a stimulus package for the rest of them. They're going to get it right back because you don't have the mind. Wake up out there, family. Wake up out there. So the actual Parasite community, and we all know who they is. We ain't got to go over that. But I will come back and we're gonna talk about some of the worst habits that we have that we need to get rid of, that we can invest in this if we come out of that. See, it's in the most damage that's being done. 95% of the damage that's being done to the Black community is self-inflicted. Don't quit letting motherfuckers tell you, get your shit together. When a motherfucker need to be checked, yeah, but don't spend majority of your time popping this up. When you this is the invincibility blueprint. When you talk about the art of war, and we're going to talk about invincibility, where you begin to practice customs and laws that make you invincible. The actual practice of these laws and these rules make you you don't have to cry about no nigga doing this, because it ain't gonna be nothing that they could do anyway. Become invincible. Practice Black power. You understand what I'm saying? That will make you invincible. All right, family. Appreciate y'all, man. Get over there to Patreon. Support the general, man, as we continue to wake our people up, because that's what we doing over here. You see what I'm saying? We waking our people up. And I guarantee you, the things that I'm telling you is gold. I guarantee you that nothing will outlast what I'm telling you, right? It'll never. This is an ancient custom and blueprint that cannot be beat. It is the blueprint of civilization. You see what I'm saying? No matter what a motherfucker tell you, if this is not in place, you gonna fail. I can guarantee you. Wake up, family. Click the link in the top of the chat, and I'll be Black power.